Morning Oak. Today we're going to be looking at developing a character, and we are going to use the guy that I've nicknamed Skyman from Once in a Lifetime. Now, hopefully you managed to watch that short video yesterday to help you with the activity, but if you didn't get to watch the video, I've added the link into today's home learning letter as well. So today we are going to be developing a character description of this main character, Skyman. The first thing I'd like you to have a think about is what kind of adjectives would you use to describe this character of Skyman? Maybe jot some down, or if you're looking at the word mats that I've sent out, maybe you could highlight some that you think are relevant to this character. This would be a great opportunity to learn some new vocabulary as well. There will probably be some words in there that you haven't seen before and you don't know exactly what they mean. So if you come across one that you don't know, now would be the perfect time to find out what it means and see if it applies to Skyman. So you could use a dictionary to do that. You could Google the word and definition after it, as long as your adults are happy for you to do that. You could even ask your Alexa or Siri, what does mean, or what is the different definition of and the word? And you can learn some new vocabulary from this. So choose some words that you think describe Skyman, some powerful adjectives. So these are from some of the word mats that I have sent out to you. It's not all of them, but just to give you a bit of an idea. So I went through and I have highlighted some adjectives that I think are relevant to different parts of Skyman. So to do with his appearance here, but in your pack you'll have adjectives that describe his personality and his characteristics more as well. Okay. So once you've had a good think about that, let's see if you can sort your adjectives into this inside-out style character profile. Now I'm providing you with two different styles of character profile. You can do either of them, you can do both of them. You could use these to create your own character profile. I really don't mind how you do it, as long as you're developing the character of Skyman. Okay, so an inside-out profile is to do with sorting what we can see on the outside and what we can infer about his character on the inside. Okay, because there's no words in this video, we can't use those to help us understand his feelings and the kind of character that he is. We can only use what we can see, the emotions on his face, and his body movements, his gestures as well, okay, his body language. So on the outside of a character profile like this, we want to think about what we can see, what we know from looking at his character. Okay, I'd like to expand in noun uses for this. You can choose the adjectives that you noted down or highlighted previously and use them to describe a noun. So for example, I've chosen strong, angular jaw. Okay, two adjectives that I think describe his jaw. And of course, they are separated by a comma. Remember, if you have more than two in a row, you might want to put strong, angular, and something jaw. Okay. I've also chosen flushed, ruddy cheeks. And if you want to think about how you could extend and expand the noun phrase even further, you might want to think two noun descriptions together. Okay, so I've chosen a wide smiling mouth with something teeth. What two adjectives could I put in there to describe Skyman's teeth? You might need to look back at the video to have really carefully matching descriptions here. Okay, so they're the kind of things that I would expect to put on the outside of an inside-out profile. All right, and on the inside is more about the things that we have to infer about that character. So more things about his personality, what kind of person is he, and maybe some of his feelings as well. So I've started off with two adjectives, lonely and brave. And you might want to extend those descriptions further and say why he's lonely, or brave because he's brave as he has to, well, what does he do that's brave? Okay, so you can sort the adjectives you've already chosen into that profile, or start building it up from now. You also have a character profile that looks like this. This is a bit more in-depth, okay? And I would like you to try use expanded noun phrases or even full sentences here to describe his character. Okay, so this is what it looks like in full, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit to help talk you through it. All right, so the first two boxes are about his appearance and his personality. So let's have a think about appearance. We've named, we're calling him Skyman. If you want to give him a real name, that's fine. Age, be sensible-ish about his age. He is greying. He is relatively old, but he's not too old to be doing this presumably by himself, and he does seem quite fit and able. So think about what an appropriate age would be. But job-wise, you can be super creative. What job title would you give a man like this if he was flying around in the air? Is he looking for wildlife, or was that just accidental? What is his purpose? What is he doing there? Is that his job? Does he have another job somewhere else, and this is just a hobby? You decide. And then use the same kind of ideas as on the previous page to describe his eyes, his hair, and his clothes. Now, his clothes are quite unique and to me look very typical to an explorer, but maybe describe why he's wearing those. Okay, and in terms of personality, this would be the kind of thing that you put on the inside of your inside out profile, but now it's asking you to split it out even further and think about his strengths and maybe some character weaknesses, things that he finds difficult or things that sometimes hold him back. So let's have a think about his strengths. Skyman's greatest strengths are his what? Skyman's greatest strengths are his ability to work under pressure. I think we've seen some of that here. His ability to work under pressure and his determination to achieve his goals or his ambitions. Okay, you might choose something totally different. His ability to work under pressure and his determination to achieve his goals. Let's have a think about his character weakness, his flaws. Everybody's got some, but you can use them to your advantage. Sometimes Skyman struggles to work hard. So he prefers to work alone. And maybe that suggests why he's on that ship by himself. Again, you might choose something completely different. But can you see how I've used those sentence starters that build up a full sentence to describe those things? You might want to use more than one example in one sentence. That's fine. Okay. Now, the bottom half with his so his friends, family, and his journey, things that he wants to achieve in his life and the things that he's already achieved. Let's see if I can make my a bit. So, Skyman's closest friends are. How would you complete that sentence? Do you have a different sentence you'd like to do? Skyman's closest friends are his best friend from university, maybe. Bill, who now works on a submarine. Completely opposite the Skyman. And and his dog, Teddy. Okay. Dog is a man's best friend. You might choose something completely different, obviously. And then family. Now, this is me having already written this section. As an example, you can choose totally different ideas. So I've suggested Skyman's wife, Sarah, is a retired nurse who lives at their home on the Isle of Coll, Scotland, with their ancient sheepdog, Teddy. They have one grown-up daughter, Susie, who now lives in the Scottish capital, Edinburgh, and works as a teacher. Now, this is why editing is so important. I would either need to put a comma here or write the word off. I'm going to put a comma. Edinburgh, and works as a teacher. Okay. Have a think about what you think his family would be like. Okay. Goals, achievements. Goals are the things that he wants to achieve in the future. Why his ambitions? What are things he wants to do during his adventures or through his life? Despite the amazing adventures he has already been on through his job as what is his job? What did you decide? Skyman's greatest ambition is to what? What does he want to achieve before he retires or gives up or whatever you think the ending would be? And then achievements are the things that he has already managed to do. Okay. So suggestions here, which you can finish the end of this sentence. Among the list of amazing achievements in his lifetime are his discovery of the magical flying rainbow fish, being the first man to travel solo around the world in a flying airship, and what else could it be? I'll leave you to have a think about it. Now, obviously, I wouldn't expect you to have to print these out. If it suits you to do that, that's great. Otherwise, just use any combination of these two documents to create your character profile if you just need to do it on a blank page in your book. Okay, so the inside out profile, some vague outline of a person-ish shape. Okay, or just choose some subheadings. You could use these ones, or you could add some of your own to create some powerful descriptions of this character, because later in the week you are going to be writing the story of this film because it had no words in it. So we're going to write the story, and every good story builds that character. You need to understand your character so that you can understand why they do what they do and how they do it that way. Okay, and we'll think a little bit about describing the setting, the scenery around him as well when we do that lesson on Thursday. I'm really looking forward to having a look and a read through of your character descriptions of Skyman, and I would really love to be able to pick out some of what I think are the most powerful descriptive sentences that capture Skyman and that I will use in my example of how to start the story next lesson. So if you would like one of those ideas to be yours, make sure you send them in and make it as powerfully descriptive as you can so that I have to choose it. Okay, good luck, enjoy, have fun. I'm really looking forward to reading them. Have a good day. Bye-bye.